The Haunting of Hollow Hill. In the small town of Eldridge Hollow, the shadows cast by long-faded memories often whispered of laughter and joy. But beneath this serenity lurked dark secrets, the kind that dwelled in the hearts of children and could stain even the brightest autumn days. 10-year-old Ethan Parker had been one of those bright children, a boy with an infectious smile and an insatiable curiosity. He loved Halloween, reveling in the excitement of costumes, haunted houses, and candy. Sadly, not everyone shared his enthusiasm. A group of bullies, led by a boy named Derek, found pleasure in tormenting Ethan for his difference, his love for art, his soft-spoken nature, and the way he could see beauty in a world often filled with cruelty. On that fateful October evening, the bullies cornered Ethan behind the old oak tree at Hollow Hill, a place once associated with laughter, now a scene of unspeakable horror. The night air chilled as the boys let loose their venom, mocking and shoving him, pushing him harder against the rough bark of the tree until he slipped and fell. A single misstep, a moment of loss, and it was all over, in a tragic twist of fate. In the chaos of their cruelty, Ethan's head hit a rock, leaving him lifeless beneath the moonless sky. The town mourned in their way, forgetting quickly and sweeping their grief under the carpet of autumn leaves. But while they forgot, the earth remembered. Ethan was laid to rest in the cemetery near Hollow Hill, marked by a small, hand-carved tombstone that read, "Ethan Parker, forever young." His spirit, although repressed, began to simmer, woven into the very essence of the land where he had met his tragic end. As Halloween night approached a year later, the air grew thick with an unnatural tension. The moon hung low and full, casting an eerie light over Eldridge Hollow. The town buzzed with excitement as costumed children roamed the streets, unknowingly harboring the echoes of a boy's despair. And then, at the stroke of midnight, a figure began to stir. The graveyard fell silent as leaves danced wildly in the wind, swirling around Ethan's grave until, with a crack, the earth shook. Emerging from the shadows of the grave, Ethan, now an ethereal specter, bore a new form. His once innocent visage was twisted by sorrow and rage. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, reflecting the pain he had endured, now transformed into a thirst for revenge. His first stop was the school, the very place where the seeds of his torment had been sown. He drifted through the hallways, cloaked in darkness, squeezing through walls and past frightened children. He found Derek, who had spent the past year reveling in the very same bullying that had claimed Ethan's life. With every flicker of Ethan's spirit, he summoned an icy wind, chilling the room where the bullies laughed together in their mocking camaraderie. All at once, whispers filled the air, growing louder until they erupted into chaos. "Ethan," they froze, the laughter dying in their throats as they felt an unrelenting chill seep into their souls. Shadows loomed large, twisting in awful shapes that threatened to crush the last remnants of their laughter. One by one, Derek and his friends were haunted by their past. They were stalked by shadowy visions of Ethan, their own fears playing out before their eyes. A deep darkness wrapped around them, forcing them to relive the torment they had inflicted, their cries echoing in the night as they stumbled into one another, utterly terrified. The veins of the very ground pulsed around them, reminding them that they would never escape the consequences of their actions. But it didn't stop there. As the clock chimed, each boy experienced Ethan's pain in real time. The loneliness, the fear, the sheer helplessness. They fled into the night, but the ghost of Ethan pursued them through the streets, a furious gale howling behind him. an unrelenting force filled with sorrow and wrath. The bullies ran desperately toward Hollow Hill, the graveyard, their only sanctuary. Yet it had become the very hell they sought to escape. With every step, memories flashed in their minds. The laughter they had stolen, the life they extinguished. In the heart of the cemetery, surrounded by the graves of those long past, they stumbled upon Ethan's resting place. The mist rolled thick, swirling into a phantasm of rage as they fell to their knees, pleading for mercy, for an unfathomable understanding. But the spectral form of Ethan loomed above them, a silent judge and jury, his once gentle spirit hardened by anguish. "You took my life," Ethan's voice resonated, echoing through the darkness. "Now you will carry this weight forever. You will know the anguish of being hunted and alone, just as I was." With that, the ground trembled as the earth ignited beneath them, drawing the boys down into a dark vortex, their shrieks mingling with the mournful wail of a boy forever lost. And as the moon reached its zenith, the town of Eldridge Hollow fell silent once more, a chill seeping into the very marrow of its bones. For Ethan Parker, the boy who had once loved Halloween, the night had transformed from one of joy into a tale of vengeance and justice. No longer was he merely a memory. He was now a harbinger of repercussions, a guardian of the fragile innocence that had once been taken from him. And as the dawn broke over Hollow Hill, the whispers of the past lingered, a testament to the haunting truth that echoed across time. Actions have consequences, and sometimes the innocent find a way to rise up.
If you've enjoyed this spooky tale, please subscribe, like, and ring the bell for more.